Hey everybody, it's Charmel. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is sponsored by Cranberry Hair. They are an Aliexpress vendor and they sent me over a unit to review. So I'm going to be showing you guys that unit and specifically how I installed this 4x4 lace closure unit like a frontal without using any glue. So here is the unit straight out of the box. I have the 4x4 lace closure wig in deep wave and it is in 24 inches. I will link this unit down below. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys the hair. As you can see, the curls are like super tight. It has 3 combs, so 2 on the side of the closure and then 1 comb in the back, and then it also has an adjustable band if you need to pull the unit tighter, and then the middle of the wig is just wefted. Also notice that the ear tabs have like some velvet lining so that it's not harsh and abrasive on your hairline. So the first thing I did notice about this unit is that the closure seemed a little small for a 4x4 lace closure. So I'm just comparing it and showing you guys the difference in the size compared to a regular 4x4 lace closure. It's not a huge difference, but in person you can tell that it's slightly smaller than your average 4x4 lace closure. So I did bleach my knots just using bleaching powder and a 40 volume developer, and I also added a little color to this hair. So I just went ahead and did like random highlights. I just randomly raked the bleach through the hair, mainly focusing it at the front of the unit, and then I'm going to show you guys how I actually color this unit. So this is the unit after I added those few little highlights. Honestly, the hair did not lift as much as I would like it to, or that I thought it would have using bleach. So you can kind of see how it lifted a little bit, but I'm going to be using this L'Oreal high color in the color copper. The sample looks kind of like an orangey color, but it's not going to show up orange once I actually process the hair. So I'm not doing this in any special type of way. I'm literally just applying the color and just raking it through the hair. Again, I mainly concentrated it beginning at the front over those highlighted areas, and then eventually I'm just going to rake it throughout the whole head, and I let it process for about 40 minutes, and then I rinsed it and shampooed and conditioned the hair and let it air dry. And since I'm going to be installing this unit in this closure as a frontal, I also went ahead and I plucked my hairline some. So I did it off camera, but I didn't do anything special, just tweezers. And this is how it looks, one side that's been plucked versus the other side that hasn't. So for this method that we're going to use today, it's imperative that you do pluck the hairline if you want the most natural installation. So moving right along, I'm just going to prep my natural hair for this unit. So I'm just slicking my edges down and my edges down, and my side of my hairline is going to be out slightly. So I'm just laying my baby hair how I like them to lay, and so that, you know, it looks nice with the wig applied. So I'm just going to apply a wig cap on my head just to protect my hair. And here is how the wig looks after it's been colored. The color is really pretty. It's very subtle, but in the light, you can definitely tell that it's colored, and I think it's a really pretty color for the fall. So just plopping that wig on my head, and I still have my lace on. I'm going to get my hairline and everything perfected right before I cut off that lace. So I'm just using some Gorilla Snot, and I'm just going to play with that hairline and kind of set it to my liking. I am a baby hair wearer, so whenever I wear my natural hair, I do prefer to have baby hairs. So I'm just doing like the same motions that I would if I were to be laying my natural hairline. And yeah, because I tweezed this, it's making it a lot easier, and it looks more effortless, and kind of thinned out like a natural hairline would look. And so then I'm just taking some setting foam, and I'm just going to use that to help further set those edges in place. And I'm also going to use that setting foam to flatten out my closure area. And then once I get that hairline to my liking, I'm just going to cut off that excess lace. And then any areas that are kind of too long to swoop, I'm just going to pull those forward and use an eyebrow razor and just thin it out and shorten it so that it'll swoop around easier. If you are doing your baby hairs on your frontal or closure and you feel like you're having a hard time swooping them, it's probably because the hair is too long, and then you want to just cut it and so that it just kind of swoops back effortlessly. And then I'm just going to take some wrapping paper, and I'm just going to tie that around my hairline. And I basically left this on for like the majority of the day because I wasn't doing anything, and I just kind of let that closure sit and dry in place. So I didn't have to apply any glue, and it stayed put after it's set for a couple of hours. And so this is later that evening, and I'm just going to cut off that wrapping paper and kind of see how the closure set. And so it did slide back just a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. So as you guys can see, this is how it's looking. So I'm just going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte face powder, and this is color 700, and this is my favorite face powder to use for my closure. So I'm just applying that into my hairline just to give it that final touch, to make it look more natural. And as you can see, my closure is pretty much in place. And again, this is without any glue. I used Gorilla Snot and I used setting foam. And this hair did get kind of big and wild throughout the day. It wasn't bad, but I just wanted, kind of the wet look. So I'm just using my spray bottle to wet it down, and then I'm using a big paddle brush to clump those curls together to give it, a flatter look, like I said, the wet look. So I'm just going through with my paddle brush and spraying it with a water bottle, and then I also put some setting foam on the hair just to kind of keep it tamed a little bit. And that's pretty much it for styling. Overall, I give this unit about a 7 out of 10. It's very easy to work with, very easy and convenient to maintain. However, the hair does kind of frizz out and get big throughout the day. So if you don't like that big curly look, you will be spending a lot of time like taming this hair every day, wetting it every day to kind of give it, you know, a flatter look. But if you don't mind that big look, the hair is, you know, it's pretty. But yeah, it does get big. So if you're not into big hair, then that may be a problem for you. The other thing that was kind of a downside to this hair is that I feel like the color should have took a little better than it did. Like I said, I bleached it and it barely lifted. And yeah, I just feel like the color should have colored a little better. But other than that, I do like this unit. So I'm just taking this little wax stick and I'm just flattening out my closure and my top portion of my hair. And yeah, this is it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, all the information on this unit and all of the information about cranberry hair will be linked down below. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below and I'll do my best to offer it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications. And I will see you beautiful ladies next time. Bye.